David D. with the Elvis Tribute.
I said, see here, see right up. Oh, see here, what you have done. Well, I said, see right up. Oh, see here, what you have done. Now, girl, you made me love you, but now, you love when it's gone. Hear what I said? Well, I'm going away, baby. Lord, I won't be back till fall. Well, I'm going away, baby. Lord, I won't be back till fall. If I find me a good girl, I won't be back at all. Yeah, what I say, play me. Yo. Lord, I won't be back till fall. If I find me a good girl, I won't be back at all. Yeah, what I say? Well, I said, see right up. Oh, see what you have done. Well, I said, see right up. Lord, see what you have done. Well, girl, you made me love you. Now, you love him and it's gone. Hear what I say? Well, I say, see.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is yet another episode of Rogan Radio. We are here in the friendly confines of Studio A in the luxurious Casa La Rogan Lumberport. What am I keep hearing? You hearing that click?
Yeah,
I'm hearing that click, click.
It's got that bad connection somewhere.
Something's loose.
It's not that. I checked that.
Check that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that.
You might hear occasionally. You might hear like a little click or a little thump or something. But there's so many cables and so many
maybe
wires.
that means we're being recorded by the FBI.
Could be because we know.
We know people.
We know people who know people who know people. And tonight, now listen, we're going to have a great show. Tonight, we have special guests in the studio here. First time ever, and I do not know, and that's going to drive me nuts. Could be this.
Move your heads like this.
Yeah, it's not me.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out where it's from sooner.
There it is.
It's
Whatever you just
when you
touched.
touch that. Yeah, it's got to be in that board right there. Probably something up there.
Something's clipping. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Hey, listen, just ignore it for right now. Who knows what it is? Anyhow, the important thing is we have a special guest in the studio tonight because we're going to be talking about the Hogs for Dogs. And longtime friend Chuck Nicholson's in here, along with longtime neighbor back in the day over in East Shinston, Tracy is with us.
Yeah.
Now, here's a little known fact that not everybody knows about.
Oh, do you want Chuck to hear this?
No, but no, it's not about Tracy. It's actually about Chuck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually about Chuck. That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Choir days.
Exactly. Now, listen.
I remember those days.
Now, you look at Chuck, and he's a big biker guy now. He's got tats, he's got rings, he's got brass knuckles. You know what? He's got a sawed-off shotgun in this thing. Yeah. You don't really have that, but, it plays the part.
That sounds
As
good.
far as you know.
And back in the day, Chuck and I were in show choir together at Lincoln High School. That's right.
hands.
Jazz hands. Everybody do jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Look up here. Jazz hands.
And now all of a sudden, this is great, man. Because like I said, we remember what year was the T-Bird that you had? Was it a T-Bird, the red one? Was it a red Thunderbird?
Piero.
Oh.
No.
Pontiac. Yeah.
No, it wasn't the Fiero.
Well, I know where there's one for sale right now, man.
No.
Oh, the Silver Thunderbird, yes.
Yeah, the Thunderbird.
77.
Yeah.
It's about a football field long.
It absolutely was. It absolutely was. And we had a great time in that until we were up at the old Sheraton one time. And I don't know if you remember this. We were at the Sheraton in Clarksburg when it was actually a hotel. We were doing some kind of jazz hand stuff for senior citizens or something. I don't know. And I tried to do a Bo and Luke Duke and get out of the window. Andrew Colombo was with Chuck and I. And they used to listen. There's 3 things that they used to let you do in high school. They used to let you smoke at lunch.
Absolutely. We had a smoke in here, right?
Yes.
We smoked with the teachers.
You used to be able to do.
That's right.
You used to be able to drive anywhere that you wanted to. Like we would just get out of school and drive somewhere.
Okay.
And we went to this, and that's what Chuck was driving the Thunderbird. And I tried to do a Bo and Luke Duke and got out of the side of this car, and I took the side mirror off.
No.
Actually, it might have been Andrew, but anyway, I got the blame for it.
That's okay. You took the hit.
I took the hit.
You could
for it.
put
I
a
took the blame.
refrigerator through that window, but you broke the mirror off getting out.
No, I know. It's what it was. Hello. Let's see. Thomas is on here. Hey, fantastic.
John Starkey. Hey, look, Michelle Ferris is listening.
Listen, where's she at?
Where's she at?
Where's she at? And we have
I'm
we're,
here.
we're missing a couple fellows tonight. Jimmy, once again, he finally with the coal mines coming back online. He's back down south doing his thing. He's a safety captain, and you have to meet Jimmy. He's fantastic. He's from Pittsburgh. He has the Pittsburgh attitude. He hates Permanis, but he loves the Penguins. There's something about the peas.
How can you hate Permanis if you're from Pittsburgh?
Well, I don't know.
My daughter went up there last weekend. We actually went to the Permanis.
Well,
in
she's not,
Pittsburgh.
but she's not from Pittsburgh.
No, but she's not. But she said, "Boy, it's nothing like because we got one here. Nothing like that.
Oh,
Just
no.
a little hole in the wall.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I mean,
sandwiches only.
Well, and I think that's what Jimmy's point about the whole thing is that when you go down to it here, it's more like a chain restaurant. It's like a restaurant. You go up to down on the strip, and it's just like a hole in the wall on the side of the building.
That's it. They're open 24 hours a day though. Sandwiches whenever you want.
I love them.
Go over get hammered at 3:00 and have a big old giant corned beef.
But here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the Hogs on Dogs or Hogs for Dogs, and that's coming up 2 Saturdays from now. We have the most winning baseball coach in the studio right now. D-Mac won the championship and down at the Little League field, and which is great. So we're going to talk about that. Colt was great, by the way.
Thank you.
He's going to be. Let me tell you something. He even had. You remember the Kansas snuff that was actually like beef jerky that they would shut up.
Yeah.
He had that stuff in there and had it in his pocket. He was signing autographs after it was over.
Can you tell us that story about the parents again?
No.
Okay.
You know what? That's good for the podcast. though.
It might be.
we might be able to do it
Yeah,
for the podcast.
I can't.
That's a great story.
Yeah. And then we have a gun bash down at the Shinston Volunteer Fire Department we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
What else can we talk about? What else do we have? We have a lot of stuff.
Obsidians is going to be open
Obsidians
up
is going to be there.
sometime here this summer. They're close to
We're going to
getting
talk to
done with all
Corey
the
Hagan,
remodeling.
the big election in Lumberport's on the 6th. Are they having one in Shinston on that day too, Derek?
No, not this year.
Okay, so we're going to have Corey Hagan on the line here after a bit. But anyway, let's go around the room, and it is that.
It is.
It's, yeah.
I
Okay,
thought
we
I
found
checked
it.
all those.
We found it.
Hot damn.
We found it.
I think it's connections right in there.
It's just I don't know who knows. Todd hooked it up.
I wish I knew how to open this phone.
No. Okay. So anyway, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's easy. If you ever find an iPhone out there with Chuck's name on it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how it works. Because if it's anything else, I'd forget the passcodes and stuff.
I have the same passcode.
Yeah,
It must be Chuck's.
Listen, I had the same thing, the same passcode for everything because I'll forget. And they'd say about hackers and stuff like that. Listen, the way I look at it, if you can have the Russians and Chinese and North Koreans hack into a government computer, then you know what? They're going to be able to do what they want with mine relatively easy. So I don't even bother anymore. It's because it's not plugged in. Now we're getting bound to the problem here, right? There, watch this. We're going to never have this problem again. Okay, try it now, sir.
All right, let's try it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
All right.
So we're going to go around the room. Last week it was Memorial Day, so we weren't in town for that, and in which we had a great time. We went up to Summersville, Michelle and I, and we did camping. The camping thing is fantastic.
Listen, she's turning you into an outdoorsman, man. Boating, camping.
Let me tell you, I was never a fisherman. We went down to Webster Springs, went out on the elk, and all of a sudden, boom, I'm a fisherman. I love that stuff.
Did you catch any fish?
No, I didn't.
But it doesn't matter, does it? It don't matter.
Don't care at all. And I fell in the water and all that. I don't care. I love it.
I wonder how many likes you got on that views you got on that video?
Like 21,000.
Wow,
like
you're a star.
Okay, so anyway, then the second thing I didn't really like was boating, right? So now all of a sudden I had this misconception of what boating is. She takes me out on the boat. All of a sudden I'm seeing bikinis everywhere. I'm thinking this is something that I don't have to look on the internet for anymore because I'm right here.
Live.
Yeah. So I'm really liking that. And I'll have to say this. Michelle, in a bikini, you look great. Out of one,
Thanks,
you look
babe.
even better.
Oh,
Yeah, see,
man.
I'm a sweet talker like that, even though I don't know that. I just like to throw that in there. But then we went ahead and did camping, and I was never a big camper at all. All of a sudden, I'm loving it. I love it all.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
Anyway, let's go around the room. Over in the director's chair, let's see, a hope for a speedy recovery for Darren Hardman. He's not here. He's over
Yes,
in Maryland.
absolutely.
He's having his surgery tomorrow, and we hope everything works out for him with that, and he has a speedy recovery. But anyway, over in the director's chair, we like to call, what is her? Is it she's princess or the owner or
The first lady.
the first
Yeah.
lady
The first
of
lady.
Rogan Radio?
Boss.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, she's the HNIC, baby.
Yeah, and we have a big announcement coming up soon, too.
We do.
But you have to pay attention for that.
We
Anyway, from
do.
Webster Springs, over in Webster County, West Virginia, ladies and gentlemen, Michelle Hall. Taking the place of Darren Hardman. Thanks for
I'm
that.
back. Where's my phone?
Jesus.
There it is.
He's had one job. He's got
I know,
one
you
job.
have one
and he screws
job.
it up.
All right, you're done.
All right. You can let that play a little bit and fade it out. That would even sound better.
I was doing that.
We're
the other-
professional now. We got an
Which
award
one,
last
which
night.
one turns me down? Because I can fade it here a lot better
It's,
than I
it's,
can.
it's right here. It's
Okay, I
that one,
got you.
I think. It's either that or your microphone. Couldn't tell you.
Okay.
So anyway, now in the next chair, you've been camping yourself up at Big Bear.
Yeah, actually I have. I've been up there, went up Sunday night, came back Monday, went back Thursday, just got back at about noon today.
Is it happening up there? How was Memorial Day weekend up there?
Busy,
I
right?
wasn't there for the Saturday night for Memorial Day weekend.
Right.
It's a little too busy for my liking.
Right.
But Sunday night it was still hopping pretty good. It's really not that bad. People go up, they drink, they have a good time, this, that, and the other. But nobody gets out of hand.
Right.
You know, that's the best part about it. It's still a family-friendly area.
place. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, anyway, without any further ado, straight from Monongah, West Virginia, Chad Puccio.
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah. And we also had a guest today. We're inside. I had a computer crash because the Windows updated, right? And when that happens, listen, it always happens at the worst time, every single time. So Michelle says, she comes in, she goes, Chock. I'm thinking, what did I do now? What did I do now?
Oh, really?
Oh, my God.
Or what do I need to do now? There's always these different things that run through my brain. Anyway, she said, there's somebody outside for you. And so I go out and said, well, just go ahead. I'll be right out.
Well, I know how you
give them
love
a
those
second.
Wait, could you just
announcements.
back up? How do I say Chuck again?
Jack, kind of like high school, or however it was. Anyway, we had Charlie Sawers over from CM
Oh, did he
stop
stop
by.
by?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
has
I like
370Z. He stopped in. Man, that's a nice car.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
really
nice
is.
car.
It really is.
So anyway, we have a guy down there at the far end of the table.
Yeah.
And you won the championship.
Won
game. Man, we went down there. Michelle and the girls, we went down there and we checked Cold out. He's over there and just having a great time.
Yeah.
And when he hits the ball, he just he's excited, man.
Oh, yeah.
There's probably a bat swing on there somewhere
There might
too.
be.
Bat, you know.
Oh, you know what? I'll keep talking. Oh,
Yeah.
look.
So anyway, tell us about that because when you first started this,
Yeah.
then you were kind of nervous because it was new and you didn't think you were going to do all too well.
Yeah, at the beginning, I thought, man, it's going to be a long season. But I'm going to tell you, it's just not me. Obviously, the kids and the parents need all the applause, to be honest with you. But I have great assistant coaches. I mean, I had Mitch Barnes helping me out, T.J. Anderson, J.W. Sayers, Clark Rowley. So it worked out fantastic. But we got on a winning streak, and our team come together, and we put kids where they needed to be, and it was on. I mean, they were on.
And let me tell you, that game, let me tell you something about that game. It was exciting.
Yeah.
And it was going back and forth. It would be like 7-0, then it would be like 23-6. And then it would be, it was crazy, right? No, but no, it was a nail biter all the way to the end.
No, we knew it was going to be that. The team we played, which in all honesty, it's very competitive. There's the 4 C-ball teams in the league, and it's very competitive. But Mickey Tate, who's the head coach of the other team, and Matt Aberzino and all of them, Holt, they have a really, really good team. And we knew going into it, that Mickey and I would talk back and forth, and he said, let's have a good game. Let's make it entertaining. And boy, was it ever.
Right.
So hats off to my team, hats off to Mickey's team, because in all honesty, you play another inning and they win.
Right, absolutely. That's just how it works out.
It just worked out that way, and it was awesome. And, I can't say enough about how the Little League operates. It's great for kids, and I just love doing it,
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Now you're going to get into the All-Stars.
Yeah. So we have a couple all-star teams, which, that can go either way. Because there's going to be great competition from Clarksburg, Fairmont.
And, you have such a pool of kids, and not everybody's going to make it. Because, and it's just hard, but it is what it is, and that's just the way society is anyway with a job even. So they're just going to, sooner or later, going to have to realize that they're not going to get it.
Yeah, and they are. And we have two different teams, and I think that, in all honesty, Shinson's going to have a real strong showing with both teams. In the tournament. So we'll see what happens. But that's coming up. The tournament, I think, tentatively starts on June 24th. They're still setting some details out there and everything. But we start all-star practice tomorrow night.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, down at the far end of the table from Shinston, West Virginia, head coach of the Pro Care Dodgers, D-Mac Derek McIntyre. Give him a big round of applause. Yeah.
And don't forget, he is our model for our new polo shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, KDS Primitive Sign, shirts and more. Chad got us some, they designed these nice polo shirts. And I don't know if you can see it. Normally we wear these the Rogan Radio shirts where you see the Rogan Radio on the front. Well, Chad decided that we need, because he's part of the costume design, that when we go out in certain occasions, we need to look
Chad, you're going to be everything before this show's over.
We need to be a little bit more professional in things. So anyhow, we went ahead and Chad designed this shirt, and Steve and they over at KDS, they made these shirts and they turned out fantastic. And if you would like to have one of those, they're staff shirts, so don't even say anything. Go ahead and give them a call over there. 366-1234, keychains, stickers, decals, you name it. Listen,
bandanas.
And it doesn't even have to be Rogan Radio stuff. If you need anything made at all, go ahead and talk to him. We have Chad Wilson's right there. His tumblers right there. I have to get to him. So anyway, that's fantastic. Now at the other end from Derek, across from him, speaking of baseball.
Yeah.
Speaking of baseball.
Yeah.
Finally.
So tell us about Bridgeport High School. Did they win the championship?
Yeah, they won the championship for 4th straight year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And and the whole thing about it is I see a Takahashi name in the paper.
Yeah.
All the time I see a Takahashi name in the paper.
That's my son.
And he's doing really well, isn't he?
Yeah.
What year is he in school now? Is he a senior?
He's graduated, yeah.
Is he? Did he
no kidding.
Has anybody been scouting him out, is he?
He's going to Wesleyan College, I think.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. Now, this is something else. We've been talking to Bruce for a long time. Have you ever been to Japan by chance?
Never.
Never? Do you ever have a desire to go to Japan?
Yes.
Absolutely. So Bruce he's itching to go back to Japan.
We're going.
And listen, we're going to go with him, which is going to be great because I told him I want to do 3 things. I said, I want to eat a horse. You know what I mean? Because they love horse. I want to eat a horse. I want to put my feet in one of those pools with all those little fish that eat the dead shit off your feet. And I also want to buy panties out of a vending machine. I want to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, straight from Tokyo, Japan, over in the far corner, Bruce Takahashi. Yeah.
Brucey.
And we were talking to Chuck earlier. The introductions are the best part, and then we'll get down to business. But anyway, we talked to, when we were talking earlier, man, we have been how's your brother Jay?
He's doing really well.
Is he?
He might be watching.
Yeah.
Hi, Jay.
He's actually up in Pickens right now. He came in for a few days.
Did he?
He's up there hiking and doing a nature thing. So
one time we went out to Enterprise and the White Tempo. Let me tell you something. He's scared the living bejesus out of me in that
He's
car.
not a good driver.
Oh, my goodness. Listen, he knows one speed, and that was fast back in them days. That was at least Chuck. At least he had some common sense to him. Jay, on the other hand, he was lead foot. At least it was when I was in the car, and I think he just did that just to scare me a little bit. But that's good. Ladies and gentlemen, where the hell are you living at now?
still in Enterprise.
Still in Enterprise.
The Big E.
Same house. That's great, man.
The Big E.
Yeah, the Big E, representing the E-Town. Ladies and gentlemen, from way back here we're going to talk about Hogs for Dogs here in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Nicholson. Give him a big round of applause. Yeah, best name on the planet, Chuck. Dang, and who would have ever believed you had, when we were in show choir, we were dressed up with bow ties and all this sparkly junk.
Suits.
Pink, yeah, we were singing
next
Annie
time
songs.
you guys need to get on the mic and to make a video to prove that. Yeah.
You know, I'm surprised. I bet somebody has one.
Hey, you know what? I think we can still do it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, I think so.
We may have a video.
Yes,
Oh,
we
I
do.
think-
I think in
really?
the Shirley
Yeah, you
secret
got-
box there is
Yeah,
some
you
The
really-
secret box of goodies of mysteries past in life.
Yeah.
Now, the next person, now just so happens, to show you how small the world is, the next person, we basically grew up, really right next to each
Yep.
other. And then, I see Chris every now and then. I see Chris every now and then.
Yeah.
But in the, how often? I mean, you go over there because Mom's still over there, and have you noticed how much it's changed? You remember back when we lived over in East? We're talking about East Shinston, by the way. All the trees that used to be up and down the, like say Ferguson there.
Yeah.
It used to be. You never heard anything really bad about that place.
No, unless we did it.
Unless we did. And at which point it wasn't so bad after that.
No, it was the greatest neighborhood to grow up in.
It absolutely was. And we were talking about when the pool was down there. Oh, when you would come straight through the alley and the pool. Hayes, I think, lived there.
Yes.
And then every now and then the Hayes, I think their daughter or their son, whoever it was, would have that VW thing, like a big orange thing right there. Oh man, I would have stole that thing in a second if I would have thought about it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, and you're also representing the Big E.
Yes.
And Hogs for Dogs.
Real E.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tracy Nichols. Give her a big round of applause to Tracy over there. Yeah. We're going to get all about this. This is a big ride coming up. It's going to be fantastic, too. And, of course, running the soundboard tonight because Jimmy Wiz isn't here due to the fact that he's doing some
mine safety stuff.
They opened up a new mine, believe it or not, down in the southern part of the state, and he has to go in and make sure everything is fine and the air flow and whatever he does. I don't even ask because it's safety stuff. Anyway, so running the soundboard tonight. He's also the best man. He just had a birthday yesterday.
Yes, I did have a birthday yesterday.
Holy cow.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Should we sing? Should we
Oh,
sing?
I wish you
We
would.
need to sing. Yeah.
Should we sing?
Let's do it.
Hey, that's when the short
Oh, wait a
choir-
minute.
short
Wait a
choir.
minute. Yeah.
Oh, Chuck.
Jazz hands.
A duet. You up for
Duet.
it?
Let's do it. Let's do it right now.
right.
Okay. Happy birthday
to
to you.
You guys are doing so good.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Todd. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, that was great, man.
Good job. Good job, Chuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, talk Captain Earl Beck.
Wow.
Yeah, we still got it, man.
We got it.
Hell yeah. And the next person that you never see that we want to introduce it because he's a rock of the show also. He's in the green room, and I'm not even sure if we have anybody else out there today. I don't know. People come and go during this thing all the time. You'll just come in and you'll see people, and then they just leave. One time I saw somebody come in here, and they left with a TV set. Have no idea what it was all about. But anyway, in the other room, we like to call him the Majestic Beard. He also has the nickname of the gardener, the groundskeeper, and the
Cuddles.
The Cuddles. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round to Mark Coffey. Yeah. All right, let's get to the meat of the situation.
Meat, give me meat.
The reason we have Tracy and Chuck in here is because the Hogs for Dogs are coming, and it's coming up in 2 weeks on the 17th.
Yes, it is.
Now, this is fantastic. The nice thing about this is that why don't you explain to it? Because I have a thing for animals in particular, but especially dogs. I love dogs.
You're a dog guy.
Anything with eyebrows and they lick you, and you could rub their belly.
I got an eyebrow, and I'd lick you. If you rub my belly.
Hey, hold on.
TMI.
Some treats. You need some dog.
I got my treat, baby.
Maybe that's
Easy,
why that's
Rover, easy.
there.
So anyway, why don't you give us a little bit more detail? You've been doing this now for 16, 17 years?
16 years. Yeah.
16 years, and you guys actually, tell us how it even started.
We were sitting around a room, or sitting in a room around a table with a girl that Tracy went to high school with. And we were drinking, and, the best ideas always come up.
Every single time.
Oh, yeah.
And she needed to do a fundraiser. She was the director for the Harrison County Humane Society. She needed to do a fundraiser, so we were sitting there, and I said, well, let's do a poker run. We'll call it Hogs for Dogs. And it has just...
It's taken
grew
off.
from there, yeah.
The rest is history.
And so much, in fact, that you just got a new sponsor.
Yes, we did. Twisted Tea. It's our first national
Drinking some of that
sponsor.
right here in the podcast
Look at
room.
that thing, the first national sponsor.
Yeah,
No
awesome.
kidding. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it is great.
Yeah, they are great. They actually just built a new chopper, which we're hoping to have at our bike night.
Oh, really?
They had it built by all local, which West Virginia bike builders built it, and they're hoping to bring it around.
Oh, that's
for our bike
great.
night. Yeah.
That's
That'd be
great.
great.
Now, first of all, let's get to the point of, again, this is on the 17th. And basically, you get everybody together, and it supports the Humane Society, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how many bikes do you normally have? Because it's pretty impressive. I've seen this stuff.
We've had as many as 1,200.
Yeah.
average, I'd say 600 to 700.
And it probably a lot of it would depend on, like, say, what the weather's going to be or what
Exactly,
weekend or whatever.
yes.
And so has it always been on this particular weekend?
It's just the third weekend of June.
Okay, very good. And then now you're going to have give us the details on how, I mean, like website, or you can do it on the Facebook, or, I mean, as far as even signing up for things.
Well, you can go to the Humane Society website, and pre-registration will be opening next week.
Right.
On June 15th, we will have a bike night at the American Legion where you can pre-register. The first time ever, we're going to go ahead and pre-register at bike night.
Now, the American Legion, is this in Clarksburg?
It's in Clarksburg, yes.
Is that
Yes.
post 13?
I'm sorry.
That's-
I'm
I believe
sorry.
it is.
Yeah.
That's
I
down
think
there
it's 13.
on Main Street.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Right.
We will have free food. Kentucky Fried Chicken and Pizza Hut will be donating all the food.
Man, yeah.
We will be shutting the street down. We'll have Eddie Davison Band. We're going to there'll be raffles. There'll be free giveaways. Our specialized T-shirts will be on sale that night. So it's kind of like our kickoff party.
Now, this is on the 15th again.
That is the 15th. Yes, that'll be on the Thursday night.
Right.
That's cool because I already got plans for taking the 16th off anyway, so I don't have to worry about getting up
Yeah.
and being there at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Wait a minute, you're going to be off. You're going to be off that Friday and Saturday too.
Well, now I'm thinking about taking Saturday off too.
It'd be a good
Long
time to do it.
Yeah, it would. So okay, so that's going to be like the pre-registration stuff with the big party and
Yes,
get everybody
yes.
involved in it. Now, the ride itself. What's the actual route of the ride? Like, where do you start? Where do you end?
We're going to start and finish at the Brickside Bar and Grill
Okay.
in Bridgeport, right there off Lodgeville.
Right.
We're going to go down. We're going to hit 5 different bars, which is 4 different bars, which is the Whitetail Tavern. Yeah, I'll tell it. Whitetail Tavern. I normally don't
And I tell you what,
divulge the route.
and
but we're
that's
gonna do it.
that's they've really redid that place.
Oh,
It's really
that place
nice
is
now.
nice.
It is very
Whitetail
nice.
Crossing, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's a nice place. And then we're going from there across the PA line to O'Reilly's.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to leave there and go to the Mason Jar. And then
And where's
to-
the actual mason jar?
Yeah, I like that
the
name.
Mason Jar is on 19, just outside of Westover.
Okay, I got you.
And it's a nice ride back. And then Tanya's is just outside of Reesville.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to stop at Bittinger's, which is in my neighborhood there.
Oh,
The big
absolutely.
gate.
You have to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
courtesy stop there. And then back to the Brickside for the after party.
So, what's the total mileage?
100.3 miles.
Yeah, that is great, man. That's going to be a nice ride too.
Yeah.
That's going to be a nice ride. Once again, we're talking about the Hogs for Dogs coming up on the 17th, 2 weeks from now. You can register. You can register now. You can register the same day too. I mean, the
Yes,
big
absolutely.
pre-party is on Thursday over at the American Legion
Yes.
on Main Street. There. What is the number? What's the address? I can't remember.
270? 270?
It is
It's right on
270.
the
That's
corner
good.
of Main Street and Oak Street.
and Oak
right
Street,
there in
right on the
Clarksburg.
corner, right there. They got the big parking lot in the back,
Yeah.
right across from the
Ooh,
funeral
I hope
home.
that parking lot's big enough.
We're going to shut down Oak Street.
Right,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
just kind of
gonna
line
be-
all the bikes
yeah,
up on it.
yeah.
'Cause I was
That'd
going
be
to say,
great.
that parking lot's big, but it's not that
Yeah,
big.
yeah. We'll shut the street down.
And an easy way to get there, if you're not familiar with Clarksburg, probably the easiest would be because you'll see it on Route 50, but take the Joyce Street exit,
Yes.
Yeah.
and then just come down Main Street, and you're going to run right into it. That's
Yeah,
easy.
you're
Or
right.
if you even go the other way on Pike Street, you're still going to run right into
Yep,
it because
yep.
it's right in the middle of Pike and Main. I know
Still
that.
got it, Chuck. You still got it,
yeah,
mailman.
I used to be a mailman. Used to be. So anyhow, once again though, this is all the how I mean, what is as far as the Humane Society goes? There's a lot of stuff. I mean, they have. I mean, all the dogs. They have all the food, all the washing, and all the
Yes.
the upkeep. There's a lot of stuff that goes in there.
Bills, yes.
Yes.
And all this kind of stuff, and it takes a lot of money for that. And thank goodness somebody does, because there's, I don't want to say there's irresponsible people in the world, but there are irresponsible
There
people.
lot of
absolutely
them.
are.
And then sometimes dogs get loose or something, and if it was my dog, it got loose, and then I'm sitting here looking and looking and looking. Thank goodness that there's a place that if somebody sees, they can come pick it up, and it goes to the Humane Society. Then I can go find her or
Yeah.
him. You
And
know
the
what I
great
mean?
part is it's a non-kill shelter.
It's an absolutely
Yeah.
non-kill shelter. Absolutely, it is, and that is great. And all the proceeds, man, that is a good job right there. And then now, tell me about Saturday. This is what I want to know.
Saturday, and I should mention that for the last several years, B&B Harley Davidson is a major sponsor of this.
Mm-hmm.
They are animal lovers, and they have done it. They donate a lot to us, and they donate to the shelter. And but what happens on Saturday is we'll have sign-ups from 10 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
We actually will have Rock 105 and the Froggy. We'll be there doing a live remote.
Right.
We'll give away prizes there, a few. There'll be breakfast provided, and you'll sign up for your ride, which is $20 a bike and $5 if you want to pay for your passenger to ride.
Okay.
But
Which gives you an extra chance to win.
yeah,
Okay,
extra
that's,
chance.
that's what I was going to get to
for
next.
just an
So,
extra $5, you have another chance to win.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what I was going to get to next. Is
Let me ask you something though. Somebody like me who doesn't really ride a bike but can still join the whole thing.
You can come in at
Yeah.
if you want to wait till like 5 o'clock. It's $10 for the after party, and you get still
Hey
chances
Tracy,
to win.
just pull that microphone. There you go. Yeah, just all we want to make sure everybody.
Okay. Yeah, if you come for the after party, it's $10, and you're still welcome to come in, listen to the band. Our food has been donated for years from the DeLallo family. The Italian food, they are wonderful. They donate food that actually I can share with a lot of other charities after I'm done.
Yeah, that's great.
So there'll be the Brickside will put out all the food. It'll be pasta, meatball salad, sausage and peppers, vegetable trays. You won't, and almost all the stops put out food for you too.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is
You
that,
know what? For $20,
Yeah,
if
you're
by
going to
yourself,
you're going to eat like a king, man.
Yes.
you're going to gain 10 pounds on
Yeah.
this ride. You're gonna have to add the air to your tire because you're going to get big.
Now, if you want a chance to win the prize money, which was donated by Chris Boyce,
Allstate Insurance.
Allstate Insurance, you still have to pay the $20.
Right,
But
right.
if you just want to come and donate your money and eat and have a good time, it's $10. So
That's great,
By all
man.
means, come out.
Yes.
Okay, now I do have one question. There are some people to kind of get things confused. This is mainly a money building opportunity. Some people might think that they could possibly bring things like dog food.
We
and,
have in the
and stuff
past.
like that.
Yes, somebody be there to collect it.
Okay, I wanted to make sure that got made clear so that sometimes people don't have the provisions to be able to transport that kind of material back to the shelters and stuff like
Yes,
that.
somebody will be there that day to do that for us.
So you'll actually have somebody there that day. It's like say if they don't want to and they want to bring some dog food or
Oh
something.
yeah, that's no
So
problem.
that's feasible too. Then.
Yeah.
Oh, well then that's okay. That's
Yeah.
great. I didn't even think of-
The people that work at the shelter will be there, and our board of directors and our volunteers. So yes, this is a huge production. So it takes a lot of people to put
Yes.
it together.
And it probably takes. I mean, and then as soon as on Sunday morning, you're going to have to start thinking about the next year
I've
already.
already did that already.
It's
now.
usually Saturday about 7
Yeah.
o'clock.
Listen, I can tell it's really taking a toll on Chuck because he's pulled all the hair out of his
Yeah.
head.
That's exactly right, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like the Little League with D-Mac over
No,
there. I mean,
I know what it is. It's the Enterprise water because I grew up in
yeah,
Enterprise.
that's right. Because D-Mac's from He's
Yeah.
representing the Big E too.
That goes off all the time.
Yeah.
Well, everybody ain't got a perfect head.
No.
Well, you know what
We do.
You know what?
That's why we have to grow hair, right?
that is true. I never thought of it. If you had the perfect head, then you know what? You don't have to cover it up. Just like if I had the perfect body, I'd walk around naked all the time. But I don't, so I have to wear clothes.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, I know, right? So now this is actually it's not a poker run. This is a dice run.
Dice roll.
Yes,
yeah.
we roll dice.
And then because I am not familiar with any of this at all. And
There'll be little containers with 5 dice in it, and when you line up, I should let you know that like local MCs and riding clubs work all my stops to make sure they roll the things go smoothly.
That's legit.
Yes,
Right.
and you shake it up, flip it, and then you count the dice,
Okay.
and then they write it on it. They write the number and a little stamp, so that we know that's a legitimate score.
Right.
And then the person that wins the high score will win $500.
Yeah.
And the the low score will win a trip it's called a Mountain Fest getaway.
Which is my favorite, actually.
The Mountain Fest getaway.
It's got hotel room,
Wow.
Triple S stuff, all the gift cards from the Morgantown restaurants. So sometimes the value on it's like $300-400.
See, this is
Plus your Mountain Fest tickets.
Yes.
and this is what's really cool because and we talk about this. There are cancer rides. There's all kinds of charities because bikers love to bike.
Yes.
I mean, they love their
Absolutely.
motorcycles and there's an experience that's nothing like it. But there's also this stereotype because you play the part. You know what I mean? It makes you feel good. I mean, there's something about being on the bike. You don't want to go in a suit. You're going to play this part. But when it comes to this kind of stuff, like because the bikers, what was the saying that you use? Bikers are the biggest, or maybe it's Clinton Monroe said it.
Charity.
As far
We
as
support more charities than the federal government ever thought of.
and you know what? And what's really good is that it's just like a reason. And I'm not really sure if it's like, say something with the Hogs for Dogs, there's so many things for it. You're helping the Humane Society. Plus, you get to ride and be with all your buddies.
Yeah.
And then it's almost like a car show in a sense because you go up and you get to see all these different bikes and all these different things and socialize with different crews and
with the way that things are in West Virginia, the laws and stuff like that, there are so many different bikes out now that you would never realize that are actually bikes, like the slingshot.
We just saw that.
Yes. Yeah,
You know, it looks like a
Batmobile.
car with one tire in the rear end, but because of the West Virginia law, it is considered a motorcycle.
Yeah, which is really cool too, because I'm sure when it comes to legislation, even I mean, this is not related to what we're talking about here, but when you have like helmet laws or all these different classifications, when you come together like this, and all of a sudden, in future reference to whatever, then you have these friendships and things that you make. It's just a good time all the way around.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we want all makes, models, sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want them all there.
All of our money stays local, and it's helped many counties
Oh,
around
I'm
us when they
sure.
needed emergency funds. Everything stays right here. It's not sent away.
Yeah.
So everything, people have benefited. We've had people need emergency pet money. If you give you dog food, cat food, if you've fallen on hard times, a lot of our money is grant matched with spay-neuter programs.
Mm-hmm.
So, so we've helped out a lot of people.
That is great. That is fantastic. Once again, this happens on the 17th. Registration, though, the first registration plus the first party is going to be on the 15th. Over at the American Legion in.
Is that Friday?
That's
Thursday.
That's a Thursday.
Thursday.
The 15th is a Thursday.
Yeah.
Now, what's the prices again as
It's
far as
$20 per bike and then $5 for your passenger if they want to roll. And you can go on and pre-register at www.hshcwv.org.
Can you link that up there on there, Todd?
Whoa, man, she's going to have to do that all over again.
Sheet right here.
Oh, I got it right here.
Yeah.
There you
We
go.
also have a Facebook page.
Oh, what is that?
Is
it on here
the same
too?
place.
Yeah,
Same
well,
section.
Todd's going to throw up some
Okay.
links for that, so you
We'll
guys
have
can
music
check
by
that
the
out.
Sammy Davison Band, and the after ride party is usually a really good time. And another thing, the Days Inn and Best Western.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to come stay all night and be responsible and not, drive,
Right.
They're giving you a special room rate. All you have to do is say you're coming into town for that event.
That's great.
Yes.
And you know what? You're going to get fed. Listen, you're going to start out. I'd start out like on like a Sportster bike, and I'd end up needing some kind of a
Sidecar.
Hey, you know
Yeah,
what?
or something. Well, I don't know what a full dress is these days. Like a Road
yeah.
King or something.
Yeah,
Or
like a Road King.
Like a
Well,
Road
that-
King, just to haul me around a little bit from eating so daggone much.
Yeah, that's a good opportunity for it. When somebody like me just to take a look at the different type of bike
Sure.
all one place.
All
Well,
bikes,
sure.
all bikes are
Yeah.
welcome. You don't have to ride a Harley. We want everybody, old, young, and like I said, it's people bring their kids, so it's
They bring their
everybody's
pets.
welcome.
Yeah.
we got,
And once again, you're going to have activities for kids and all kinds of different ages. So it's not it's
Oh,
not.
and Miss West Virginia will be there.
yeah, Miss
Yeah.
West,
Miss
yes.
Holler,
Yeah,
Mrs.
boy.
Holler, is that her
Miss
name?
West Virginia, Caitlin Holler will be
Caitlin
there.
Holler,
Yes.
yeah.
Caitlin Holler. She was over at the post office during
she
the food
was.
drive, actually.
Yeah.
She's great, by
She's
the way. She's
beautiful.
fantastic. Yes, she is. Not nearly as beautiful as Michelle.
Michelle,
over
right?
there.
Yeah,
I
I'm
see.
glad you clarified
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I just wanted to make that sure.
I will say that during we have so much stuff free to give away. Like I said, we've got Twisted Tea stuff. We've got stuff from State and Beverage Distributors, both of them.
Miller and Budweiser.
Yeah, Twisted Tea stuff to
It's
give away.
great.
You won't go away empty-handed, and I mean, our prizes are really good. So yeah.
That's great. Once again, Todd's going to throw the links up there, but it happens on the 17th. Pre-registration on the 15th. It's Hogs for Dogs. All the proceeds going over to the Humane
Yes.
Society, and any kind of little things that happen, like you said, with emergencies for people. Because one thing that I don't like. And I love dogs, but the reason I don't have really a dog, other than Casper, I hope he doesn't hear me talk about him like that, is the fact that I love them so much that when it's time for them to kind of go to the rainbow, and it breaks my heart.
It's very sad.
Yeah, it is.
And that's
Losing a member of the family.
and you know what? In which because of that, it's when I see, say, like a dog that doesn't get that life. You know what? And that's even harder for me. And And this is what's so nice about this is that you're in. I mean, you can't help everything, but you're doing your part and you're doing it in a big way, and everybody comes together.
This year's run is in memory of somebody's pet that just passed away.
Really?
My nephew Donnie's I think Chopper was 15. He passed away a couple weeks ago, and he was a real biker dog. So we're doing the run in memory of Chopper.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you something. I've been on a couple of these bike rides and everything, and you'd be surprised just how many people actually have their dogs
Yeah.
on the bikes with
Absolutely.
them as they're driving down
Yeah.
the road doing these rides.
Now, this is what I want to know. Speaking of that, now okay, as long as the dog knows what the doggles or whatever they put on their eyeballs, that's great.
Doggles?
Now, this is what I want to know, and I would love to know because there's a couple bikers in this room.
I'm a new biker.
Occasionally, I'll see a dude on a motorcycle flying down the road, okay, with a cigarette dangling out of his mouth. Now, how does that work?
You light it, then you take off.
But doesn't it just
burns on
that's
me.
what I mean? Doesn't it just blow right out of your face?
I actually cup it in my hand. That
Yeah.
way I can smoke it going down the road.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's got a lighter on
And I have a windshield.
Oh, well, that would
Yeah,
help
makes
too.
That makes the big difference if you have a windshield.
Once again, give us the website.
www.hscwv.org, and that'll
Fantastic.
be pre-registration will be up next week. And the Facebook page is Hogs for Dogs Dice Run, West Virginia.
Yeah, we're going to get that out there. We'll keep hitting that too. And then once again, $20 a bike, $5 for the extra rider. You're going to have all kinds of entertainment. 100 some, how many miles?
100.3 miles.
Daggone it! That is fantastic. And you know what? I'm glad you guys came in, man.
We're glad too.
Thanks for having
This is
us.
like old school here. We're just
Yeah.
sitting around talking like we used to all the time, except this time you didn't. What'd you drive tonight? Did you drive a bike? You ride a bike?
No, I'm working on mine right now. Got some electrical
We're
problems.
just missing some Boone's Farm
Wild Irish Rose or Mad Dog.
or the Little Millers.
Or the little Millers,
Ponies.
the little ponies. That is great. Hey, anyway, once again, thanks, and we'll try to get to it. If we could talk to you before all this happens, because I said we have 2 weeks,
I know.
and then we're just going to keep hitting it. And then if you have any promotional videos or something, and we're going to try to get out there and make one.
Okay, and
That sounds
I'll
great.
actually have
Yeah.
a promotional video coming up. It should be ready. Tomorrow?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, well,
I'll
let
share it to
me
you.
share.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll go ahead and throw it all over
That
the
reminds
place.
me, Dark Down Here Studios.
Yeah.
Shot our commercials for years. Brad Earp, great guy. I mean, does a wonderful job.
That
And,
is
He's
great.
working on that commercial right now. It'll be on YouTube.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
wait to see it.
Actually,
I
all of our
absolutely can't
videos are on YouTube from the previous years. So
wait. Oh yeah, well we'll put those all over.
some
That's-
good, some were censored.
You know what? You'll have that. Hey, Tracy, Chuck, thanks for coming in and
Thank
talking.
you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
This is great, man. Now, listen, we had the next guy we want to talk to is Corey Hagan. Now, Corey, there's a big election in Lumberport. We're going to call Corey up because I saw Corey just the other day, and he said, look, man, call me up because it's very important in Lumberport, and we're going to get the status on all this stuff, of what's going to happen downtown. Because once again, it's awful that I live here, and I really don't know. But then again, it's because Michelle over there, who's been very quiet tonight, by the way.
She has.
I'm busy.
You're busy?
She's
I think-
she's
yeah, she's
corresponding
she's-
with all of our.
I'm really busy with all
She's
this.
busy staring at the Chuck through the monitor.
Yeah, go ahead. We're going to go ahead and call Corey up here and see what. There we go.
Wonder if you can predict my weather for the 17th.
We'll ask him the first
Please
thing.
leave a message.
What?
Corey.
Answer the phone, Corey.
I didn't know you could leave messages on
I didn't either.
Facebook Messenger. Try it again.
Try it again.
Yeah. Let's see. We're going to try to get Corey Hagan on here.
Corey better answer.
Please leave a message.
Oh, for God's
Hold on.
sake!
Do you want his regular number?
Maybe we
Yeah.
got to leave a
Okay,
bad
hold on.
message.
Hold on.
Write that. Hey, if you write that down on a piece of paper,
Yeah.
we're going to call Corey
Let me
up.
look
In
it
the
up.
meantime, though, I want to talk about Robert Bell over on Meadowbrook Road at the Designers Garden Center. Listen, we went down there, and I'm very impressed. And we're going to have to go, Michelle and I, we're going to go ahead and get some mulch and stuff for the house around here. Great A stuff. I mean,
Yes.
it is great.
A lot of nice stuff.
We have some of his
Yeah.
stuff at the shelter that they went.
He's a
bought.
great
Yep.
guy too. Fantastic. Go ahead down on Meadowbrook Road, just a few miles away from Meadowbrook Mall, right off of Route 19, 672-2208.
Oh, he's calling us.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
All right, here we
speak
go.
for it on this thing. Hey, Corey.
Chuck.
There you are.
There we go, buddy.
But anyway, that was the Designers Garden Center. Anyway, we'll get back to Robert Bell in a minute. We have Corey Hagan of Lumberport fame representing the big what is our address?
386.
So what's going on, Corey?
Not much. What's going on?
Tell us about what's happening on the 6th here in town.
Oh, not too much. Pretty quiet right now.
No, here's what I want to know, or what Tracy wants to know. On the 15th and through the 17th, we're saying we're going to have the Hogs for Dogs, and she wants to, before we even get talking about the election, she wants to know what the weather's going to be like. She needs a prognostication of it.
I looked at the extended forecast. I think it's going to be beautiful.
There you go.
Yeah. So Corey,
The week's going to rain, but like during the week it's going to rain. But I think the weekend's going to be nice.
yeah, that's just going to clean the road off from all these assholes that put grass all over the daggone road. Don't you hate that?
Exactly.
You know, my brother said out in Ohio that's actually illegal.
I think it's illegal here.
Is it illegal here too?
Well, we
I
got
don't
somebody
know.
right down the road that needs to be turned in.
Oh,
man.
absolutely. I know who you mean.
Anyway, Corey, since you're going to be running for city council, right?
Yes, sir, buddy.
Now listen, I saw
Tuesday is the big election.
Tuesday. Vote Corey Hagan.
Listen, man, and I saw that, and I was like, you know what? It would be fantastic to see the Corey down there, Corey Hagan down there on the city council, man. What got you interested in doing this?
Well, I mean, my dad was mayor
Forever.
for like 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
And then I'm a lifetime resident of Lumberport, and I just would like to
Just do your civic
do
duty.
some changes on the city council and
You know, some
try
of
to
the,
beautify Lumberport a little bit, get some stuff around here for some kids. And
some of the stuff that we were talking about, I think we were down at the fire department when we were talking about this. Some of your ideas are just going to be, if you can get on there and persuade everybody to do it, just like down at the park, just things to get, like little festivals. Like, what was the festival they used to have over here right about the same time as Frontier Days, I think, over in Lumberport? Was it a fireman's kind of thing, too?
Eagle Fair.
Yeah.
what is it?
What was the fair they used to have here in Lumberport?
Oh, the Eagle District.
Eagle District Fair. Tracy was right there. How long has it been since that thing's been in town?
Oh, it's been at least 6-7 years.
Yeah,
In which the fire department used to put that on. That was the fire department's doing.
right. So, that wasn't actually okay. I didn't know if that was part of the town itself or if that was the fire department. So that was more of a fire department deal.
Yeah, that was more of a fire department thing.
So listen, here's what I want to know. Hold on, I'll tell you what I'm going to find out real quick because this is going to be good. I want you to think about it real quick.
Daddy.
This is Corey's legit, man. Are you up at the house now? I take it.
Yeah, I'm at the house.
Okay. Now I want you. What we're going to do? I'm going to play music behind you. All right.
Okay.
But all I want is you to give like a campaign speech. Like, why should we vote for Corey Hagan, City Council, Lumberport, come June 6th, which is Super Tuesday?
Super
Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay.
We're not putting you on the spot,
How
Corey.
about I could do it better if I was interpreting into a weather report.
Well, go
Okay,
ahead,
listen.
man. Do it your own way.
However you want to do it, man,
I
would be
can't-
great.
I'm impromptu. Yeah, I can't be like, oh, this is Corey Hagan. Please vote for me.
Corey, we've talked about this several times. You can do it.
I know.
Do it. Okay, give me your campaign speech. Tell us all about it.
Go.
Okay, this is Corey Hagan reporting live in Lumberport, West Virginia, sitting in my house talking to Chuck Rogan and the gang. And I would just really appreciate if the Lumberport citizens could come out on a beautiful day on Tuesday and vote Corey Hagan City Council.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Woo! I didn't have my
Corey.
applause up yet. Tell him to keep talking.
Keep talking. We have to get some applause ready. Keep going, Corey. Go. Impromptu.
Well, that's it. I'm done.
Keep going. Don't lose your cool. You can be on city council. I don't want you popping somebody in
I'm
the
not
mouth.
losing my cool.
You know what I like about Corey?
Tell me.
Corey is a hard-working man.
He really is.
He's normal. He's just like us. And he wants what's best for Lumberport.
Yeah.
You know? He brings
That's
fresh
it, I do.
ideas.
I want what's best for the city of Lumberport. I mean, I'm a lifelong resident.
And
Why
you're
would
not-
I not want
and you're not going anywhere.
anything? Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I want what's best for the city,
He can do it.
not what's best for Corey Hagan.
That's right.
See, right there it should be. I want what's best for Lumberport, not what's best for me. Bumper sticker, Corey.
That's right.
If I lived in Lumberport, I'd vote for Corey Booger Hagan all day long.
Me too.
But
Well, I
listen,
appreciate it.
ladies and gentlemen, if you do live in the 386, once again, what time of the polls open up?
I don't know what time the polls close. I think 6 or 7.
And then what time do you? Oh, okay. And then you can just go down there. Is it just the what's all on the ballot? Just mayor and council?
Mayor, city council, and recorder. Yeah.
Okay. And then vote Corey Hagan. Bring life
And
to
my mother's
Lumberport.
also running for city council.
Who's that?
My mom.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, my goodness. Could you
Yeah.
imagine that one? How cool would that be?
Be like the Wonder Twin.
And
What if you beat her by one vote? What are you going to do?
Hey, listen, are you running against her?
well, I wouldn't really say against her, but
With
like
her. You're running with her, Corey.
Hey, let me ask
we're
you.
running with her. Yeah.
How does it actually work in Lumberport? Do you actually, are there districts or do you just like pick a number? Like you say, if you have 5 people,
No,
you pick 3.
there's no districts like set up in Shinnston. It's just 5 council members, a recorder, and mayor.
Oh, okay, I got you. And then whoever gets the most votes, that's how.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
they draw
Yeah.
straws. One or the other.
Top 5 votes get
Awesome.
council and then recorder and mayor.
Well, I know 2 people in this room that are going to be voting for you, Corey. I'm excited for you, man.
Well, I appreciate it, guys.
Absolutely. We'll have to talk. You'll have to come up here maybe even next week and come and sit in the studio with us.
Absolutely.
Corey, what's that about, buddy?
Do what?
what?
Give him a popsicle.
All he wants is a popsicle, Corey.
No, he's outside riding his bike, and I went to go back inside because he could hardly hear, and he screamed, "Daddy, no!"
That is great, dude. That is great. All right, Corey, man, so much appreciate you talking to us, and think about coming up here next Sunday. We'll see what because once again the election is actually on Tuesday. This coming Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
And then maybe we can have because like I said, you haven't been up here for a couple weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
it's been a while.
It has been a while.
Couple months.
Yeah, so this would be cool. If you do win, and I know you're going to win because we're going to go ahead and cast a bunch of fake ballots in your name.
Absolutely.
So we can do that.
We're going to leave some hanging chads.
Yeah.
We're going to have
Sorry,
some hanging
Chad.
Chad. We're going to throw Chad in there. He's going to be some hanging Chads.
Absolutely.
And
Hell, I'm up here almost all the time. I ought to be a resident.
And this is exactly what we're going to do. I got it.
We're going to call
Corey,
Putin?
this is how we're going to. This is how I'm.
Get Russia involved?
No.
Oh, no, better.
Listen, I got it. We're going to get the pop-up. We're going to get Michelle's pop-up. We're going to fly it downtown, and we're going to put it right in front of the fire department. And we're going to have a sign. We're going to have a sign that says, "Vote for Corey Hagan," okay, on that pop-up. The caveat about it is Michelle is going to constantly pump that, crank that thing up and crank that thing down. So, everybody's going to be sitting around watching her shake her sweet ass as she's moving that thing up and then come back down. And they're going to say, "Daggone, if Corey Hagan has that much pull."
Bikini? Being a bikini?
But, hey, listen.
She
it's
needs
hot
a red,
outside.
white, and blue bikini.
Yes.
Rogan Radio bikini.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
And I'll be right beside her holding sparklers, man.
Maybe you'll be spraying her with a garden hose?
Spraying her with a garden hose. Yes.
Hey, then we can get a fan. We can set a fan.
Yeah. You know what? That's what I like about Michelle. She's all about helping friends
Yeah, leave
out.
your calendar open for that day, Michelle.
Thanks, Michelle.
Hey, no problem, Corey. Chuck just sets me up for everything.
That is awesome. All right, Corey.
Hey,
Thanks for.
so what's up? Where's the award at? What award?
Oh
did she
well,
win?
it's TBA, but it's going to be a big announcement.
Okay.
Yeah, it's big. It's big. Big. So I would say, I would possibly, as a hint, say you'll be there, sorta. So
Okay.
I'll give you details later.
Well, you're giving it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Stay tuned.
that's enough.
That's enough.
Okay, Corey.
That's
It's nice talking to you.
Listen, we're going to have a hot dog roast. We just can't tell everybody
love
because
hot
everybody in
dogs.
3 states will be here.
Okay.
Is that why she's
That's
drinking
what I'm
water
eating right
tonight?
now is hot dogs.
No.
No.
Get a beer. Drink a beer. Let everybody. Tracy's the one that picked on that. That's great.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that.
Hey, Corey, thanks for talking to us, brother.
Hey, thanks
All
for
right, man.
calling.
Good luck on Tuesday. Once again, vote Corey Hagan in the Lumberport city election down there on the 6th. Now, speaking of something else, and this is great.
Yeah.
Because I love the Shinston Fire Department.
Yeah, I
I'm down there,
appreciate it.
and listen, it's a good time down there because you're not only are you practical jokesters, but then you're also at the same time very professional about your stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, very professional.
Well, you better be.
It's serious, right?
It's extremely serious. But anyhow, tell us about the big gun bash coming up.
So it's the first time. It's going to be the inaugural gun bash. We're going to make it something that's annual, but this will be our fall gun bash. You can actually pay $20 for a ticket to a chance to win one of 10 different items. And I apologize, I didn't actually bring the
Actually,
ticket.
the
Yeah,
list
you
is
actually
up.
have to
listed.
bring the tickets to sell them, Derek.
Michelle's got the list on right up there on Rogan
Yeah,
Radio.
there it is. Yeah, I see it. Okay.
Interim
So-
director.
Yeah, that's
is
Good job.
working
Good job.
over
Way to
here.
go. But, you look at these options. I mean, there's some good stuff in there, but it's $20 per ticket, and the drawing is going to be held on August 26th at the fire department. So there's going to be 10 winners, obviously, and there's only 500 tickets.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Only 500 tickets, and we've been fielding phone calls all day with people saying, "Hey, can I get a ticket?" And I was like, "Yeah, we'll get that to you." So they're going to go pretty quick. But it's a fundraiser. We need money just like everybody else. It's very, very expensive to operate a volunteer fire department. And so we're trying to do something a little bit different. Instead of your normal elimination dinner or cash bash or something like this, let's do a gun raffle. They seem to be pretty popular, especially here in West Virginia. And we'll see how it goes. So hopefully this takes off, and we'll do another one in the spring and another one in the fall. So it'll work out really, really well.
And I tell you what, all you have to do is bring some tickets.
Yeah.
Because listen, one thing I can tell you is we like guns around here. We like a lot of guns.
Yeah.
I have more guns in that closet that I haven't shot yet than what?
Go ahead.
What are you looking at?
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what happened? Yeah. Oh, not that kind of gun. What's funny is I turned my computer down because I was messing around over here. 'Cause I half-ass listen half the time because I'm doing so many different things, and I accidentally pulled Todd's soundboard down.
Well, that's my goodness gracious.
Bad man.
But listen, all you got to do is get a hold of me.
Yeah. So once again, give us some details on it. When's the actual gun bash?
It's on August the 26th.
And you want to have stuff all over the Tin House website too, I'm sure.
Yep. It'll be
or
everywhere.
the Facebook page. Yeah.
Yep. We have tickets at the station. Any member has tickets. I have 25 of myself, so
I'll take one.
get rid of them. Okay. I will make sure I bring those next.
Bring
week.
him next Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you can call the fire station, stop by if anybody's there. We're going to have tickets for sale right there at the door as well. And 500 tickets, $20 per ticket. You need not be present to win. And, it's going to be something good. So let's try to raise a little bit of money for the fire department. And, guns are subject to substitution. But the prize is claimed at that ATR right there off of Prickett's Ford exit 139 on 79. So, they can... That in the past, I know when they've done gun raffles, if they didn't have something in stock, they can give you something equivalent to what you've won, or sometimes a cash value. So that's still there. So it's worth it.
Now Parker Fulton, by the way, Chuck and Tracy, I saw where Parker. Parker Fulton.
I saw that.
Yeah, he wants to kind of get involved in that. So maybe sometimes he could. What? That's a great timing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. I would much rather have a dog. Anyway, yeah, so Parker would like to get involved in that too. That's pretty good. So you know what? That'll be maybe next year. Do you have anything between runs? Great. Do you have anything going on? Or does it just take all that time?
We actually ride and support events 12 months of the year. We really never stop working.
Yeah, we ride January, February, December. It doesn't matter.
And no, is the Hogs for Dogs, is it more than this? Is it a bigger, like, nationwide, or is this just very, very, like, Clarksburg area sort of thing?
Well, there's a Hogs for Dogs in about every state. We didn't know this when we first started it.
Yeah.
But all the money we raise stays local.
Right, absolutely. Okay.
And we actually forgot to mention something.
Okay.
Papa John's, the local Papa John's, we're going to put a code out on our website. And they're going to donate 10% of every pizza they sell, 15%.
15% of every pizza
they sell to Hogs for Dogs.
Oh, that's great.
You have to mention the code. It's going to be the weekend of Hogs for Dogs. It'll be Clarksburg, Fairmont, and Morgantown stores, and I'll try to get you the code.
Yeah.
His name's Mark Rowe, and they wanted to be. They came to us to be involved. So,
that is awesome, and just like with Parker, there, you know what? The more you get out there, and the more you do it, fantastic.
We've been the biggest run in the state a couple years.
Tin House. If you could find the Tin House and throw that up there, bash, and then you have the Hogs for Dogs, West Virginia on the Facebook. Throw that up there, and then their actual website, throw that up there too.
Yeah, I got that one up there.
Yeah. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it a show. It's 8:06. It's almost been probably an hour or something like that. Yeah. Listen, we need to do this more often.
Oh, I would love to.
If anything, this is you're going to be stressed out here in the next 2 weeks. Once again, this happens. The pre-registration is going to happen over at the American Legion in Clarksburg on the 15th, and the actual ride is going to be on the 17th, 103 miles, and you're going to have a few stops all over the place. It's going to be a great tour. Plus, you're going to eat all day and all kinds of prizes and everything. Any kind of bike welcome. And the registration is $20 a bike, and then $5 for an extra rider in there. And it's going to be a dice roll. And the top one gets $500.
$500. Yeah.
And anytime you need somebody, a show choir buddy to come sing with you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Okay. That is great. Yeah. That is fantastic. That is
I'm
what
on a mission now to find those tapes.
Oh, you have to.
And I'm going to tell you.
Oh, they exist.
In all honesty, what Tracy and Chuck do for this Hogs for Dogs, I've watched it for the last, Megan and I have been together for probably about 15, 16 years now, right? So I've watched it every time. And, I've registered, I don't ride.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's worth it. Look what they're doing. And they do a wonderful job. The radio commercials on radio, it's awesome.
Oh, it is great.
Yeah.
Was that one take?
One take.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
You guys nailed it.
Yep. And if you would ever just want to come to see our shelter, it's the Hilton for Animals. It's state of the art. It's amazing. And when we first started, Harris, the animal control was a kill shelter, and thousands of animals were put down every year. The number was staggering, and now Harrison County is complete no kill.
Really?
And I think it's like maybe down to 100 or so animals, and they're usually just too aggressive or sick.
Yeah.
That they're not adoptable, but that's how far it's came.
You know, if you can remember, and this is going way back, not so much for us, but do you remember where the shelter is now? But do you remember the lady that you had that they kept? And remember the house before all that stuff was there. Mm-hmm. There was the house and had dog houses all over the place where she took care of those dogs. Now I'm not sure what the deal was, but this has been in the 70s sometime.
Yeah.
But then I used to always remember when they put the shelter there and stuff, but they had the chimney.
Yeah.
And occasionally you'd go by there, and that was just that I quit going Saltwell.
That was the animal control.
Yeah, animal control. I could not go by because occasionally you'd see the chimney working, and I'd be like,
It's heartbreaking.
It is. I can't. So
it used to be if you only had room for a couple animals at the shelter, they called it walking death row because you'd have to pick which ones you thought were adoptable to take up.
That'd be horrible.
And it was heartbreaking.
And I tell you what, working in animal control, that would be of extreme, just because you're looking right in the eyeballs, you know what I mean? And then you're just knowing, say, buddy, you know, and the dude, just like Darren was talking about, just it's people don't realize how many strays and things. There's a lot of them out there.
There is. And people drop them off at our house.
Yeah.
And they're dropped off all the time. And I will say that Frankie, she's the director now, she's very involved with animal rescue. So that's why dogs and cats are saved now here. And you can go get you a voucher. I mean, it's the pet owner, not the pet.
Yeah,
that's the irresponsible.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. You know, we could get into that conversation. Maybe we'll do that. So maybe we'll have a complete show about that sometime. We can do that because you know what? I've never really necessarily blamed the animal. I've blamed more the owner.
Yeah, it's
every time.
That's
just
the truth.
Just almost like kids when you're at a wedding and kids are running around screaming their asses off and disrupting everything. It's like, where's mom and dad at? Oh, they're at the bar getting shit faced.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever seen that
those
not.
parents.
Somebody is being very quiet over there tonight.
I'm telling you, I'm busy.
She is.
She's busy looking
I've
at the
been
monitor,
very
Chuck.
busy. Now
She's working.
You put the scare god in me because you were like, "We've got new stuff tonight. We've got new stuff."
Yeah.
You're the director.
Yeah,
You've got
let
to
her work.
this all together.
Let her work. Quit calling her
I'm
out.
working.
She's working.
She's a working girl.
She's a working girl.
TCB.
Yeah. Taking care of business, baby.
Yeah, lightning bolt.
Every day.
Woo.
You got to go to work tomorrow, don't you?
Every way. Yeah.
And we went to a wedding last night. Been boating, camping, fishing, all kinds of crazy junk like that. She's changed me. I'm telling you what.
For the better, Chuck,
Yeah,
by the way.
I'm actually using Dove soap now.
Get out of here.
That's true.
You never
Yeah.
even used to
I
use
thought your
soap.
hands felt a little
bar? I know.
smoother.
A little softer?
I actually,
That's because he's a janitor.
I'm
now,
actually,
that's why.
I'm actually spending a little bit more money on toilet paper. I don't get the stuff down at DG's. It's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
The aloe.
Yes. Let me tell you something. Because when you're like me and you walk around or you sit all the time, you know what? Things happen down there where you have to be comfortable. It just happens.
Right.
They happen when you ride motorcycles.
Yeah, I can imagine. The chafing would be horrible. Gold Bond medicated. That should be a sponsor. We need to get them on there. You know what? And he would have like a baby powder station. You go in there and take the chaps down and throw the freaking baby powder in there.
Nothing worse than monkey butt.
We'll table that one for another show too.
Ladies
We
and
tried to
gentlemen,
avoid that one.
once again, Hogs for Dogs coming up next Thursday. You can register down at the American Legion of Clarksburg. The big ride happens on Saturday, the 17th. Todd will throw the links up there if you haven't seen them already. Also, we have Corey Hagan. He's running for councilman here in Lumberport. Be sure to go out and vote for anybody that you want. The important thing is to vote on Tuesday, the 6th. And down at DMAC, congratulations for winning the big
Thank you,
old
buddy.
championship. And we're going to give you more details as time comes by with the gun bash down at the Shinson Volunteer Fire Department. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, over in the director's chair, let's hope Darren makes it out okay from Bethesda, or not Bethesda, he went to Johns Hopkins.
Baltimore.
Get
He has
well,
a big
D.
surgery. Get well, D. On behalf of Michelle Hall from Webster Springs in Webster County, from Monongah, West Virginia, Chapupupuccio. D-Mac, Derek McIntyre, straight from Tokyo, Japan, Bruce Takahashi, Chuck, and Tracy Nicholson from the big E-Town. They're representing the E-Town. Todd Beck, Bar Coffee, we're all here, and it's Rogan Radio. Later on.
Lord have mercy, walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, baby. Just walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse, walk a mile for the grace of God, go you and I. Now if I only had the wings of a little angel, don't you know I'd fly to the top of a mountain, and then I'd cry, 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 walk a mile in my shoes, just walk a mile in my shoes, yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes, down, 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 just walk a mile in my shoes, yeah. Just walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes. Don't. Just walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah. Walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes. Just walk a mile in my shoes. Just walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes. One more time, baby. Just walk a mile in my shoes. Just walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.